Well, I think there's another thing we could get into, which is the willingness of Americans in power to, when there's money sitting on a table in front of them and other workers are on the other side, they more and more are willing to scoop it up and take them for themselves. And when I talk about that, I would say college professors are in that same category. Because we have six. Well, I won't name names, but my understanding there's an economics professor who's paid $1 million a year at MIT, or something equivalent to that. Had an offer of $1 million at Chicago.
That's more than I make. But do you think that's wrong? He should turn it down. She shouldn't take it.
Well, who's paying for that is the concern, and the tuition has gone up enormously. We're putting a huge burden on the next generation of Americans in the form of student loans.
Yeah.
And that's been created by, I think, really three phenomena. I joke about it, and people think it seriously, that there was a meeting among faculty members from all the country in 1960 to discuss how to increase their wages. And the economists said, well, you need to do three things. You have to have entry barriers, you have to price discriminate, and you have to have inelastic demand. So they split into three groups, and the entry barrier group came back quickly, says, we'll be researchers. From now on, anybody can be a teacher, but we'll be researchers. The price discrimination group came back pretty quick, too, and said, we're kind of doing this already with scholarships. We'll pretend we're helping people out, but we'll do it more aggressively, and we'll raise really price discriminating. Yeah,
we'll raise the list price and only knock off the discount for the right people that we think wouldn't come otherwise.
Exactly. And then the hardest thing is inelastic demand. And the group came back and they said, boy, we're so proud. This is hard to figure out. From now on, we'll give loans, because by the time they figure out how expensive this is, it'll be too late. And those three things have created a huge increase in compensation for administrators and faculty around the country. It's really appalling when you think about the burden that we collectively, you're worried about the homeless. I worry about the students at UCLA who have these incredible debt burdens. And I can't quite relieve it for all of them, but I try to contribute to their learning so they'll learn more going forward. But it's a huge problem, and that's true of CEOs around the country as well.